Hey everyone, welcome to this week's deck profile. And today we are going to be starting off Spooky Month with Lilithmon. So, uh, like the whole deck is honestly just a bunch of pretty good purple cards that are going to give you advantage through various effects that stop destruction and just kind of help you go wide. Uh, and let's get started with it. So first things first, for Sunomon, when you trash a card from your hand, you get to draw a card, and that's once per turn. This is going to help you just kind of cycle through your deck since a lot of the deck has trash from hand effects. All right, and so that's all the level 2s you're going to need. Then we're going to go with, we have 4 Goblimon. These are from BT14. And their inheritable is when an effect trashes a card in your hand, you gain 1 memory. So that's going to help you maintain turn and extend plays. Next up, we have the main rookie of the deck, which is Ignitemon from BT11. When attacking, you can delete one of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's Digimon at the same level or lower. And its inheritable is all turns. If an effect plays one of your Digimon, you gain a memory. So once again, that's just more play extension. We're going to be going with 2 Psychemon and 2 Gazimon as our floodgates. Just Psychemon so that your opponent can't reduce play costs, and Gazimon so your opponent can't gain memory except by their by tamer effects. Both of these guys, I think, are just kind of the flex spots in your rookie lineup. So if you have something else that's making a mess in your locals, then I would definitely check out, or those would be the spots that I'd say you can change into something else. For the champions, we're going with 4 Dobermon X. On play, you can give something retaliation. When digivolving, you draw a card and trash a card. So that'll help you get your Goblimon and Sunomon effects. If it's digivolved over to Dobermon, or if you have X Antibody in this thing's Digivolution sources, you can activate its on play effect as well. And then the inheritable is when an effect plays one of your Digimon, gain 1 memory. So one thing that I would like to point out is a lot of the inheritable effects are kind of similarly worded, and that's usually where I screw up with this deck. So make sure you're reading your cards carefully when you're making moves. We're going to round off our champions with 4 Ogremon from BT14. Your turn. When an effect trashes a card in your hand, you gain a memory. And also, inheritable is the same thing. So this is, you can gain 1 by exploiting its effect, and then if you digivolve over top of him, you can do it again and get even more memory. So more play extension. Now, where are we going to be discarding cards from? That's where our level 5s are going to come in. 4 of the classic BT3 LadyDevimons. Now, when digivolving, you draw 2 and trash 2. So this will help you a lot with filtering through your deck in order to find any combo piece that you need. It also helps you fill up your trash. Your turn. When an effect, when you play an option card, you can delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. So that is a mandatory effect. So make sure you're being careful about when that gets activated. Round off our level 5s with LadyDevimon X, all 4 of them. And on play or when digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon gains end of attack. delete this Digimon. Then if you Digivolved it over LadyDevimon, or if it has X Antibody, you get to play out a Vole and Zerdruken token. A friend of mine drew this one for me. And I recommend having a couple, like 2 or 3 Voles on your, like just nearby, or something that can stand in as it. But this token will have 5k, he's level 4, and he's got blocker and retaliation. And opponent's turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, you may play 1 level 4 or lower purple Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Now, that's an incredibly useful effect, especially if, I don't know, say for example you have something with retaliation and blocker. So they attack, and they'll either delete themselves with an effect, or you can delete them with blocker. Okay, on to our level 6s. We are going to be running 3 of the EX6 Lilithmons on play, or when digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn. One of their Digimon has end of your turn, delete this Digimon. So putting that on anything is great. You can stop them from attacking with LadyDevimon X's effect, and then you can digivolve into this, and if there's multiple things out there, you can put something else so that it will just be deleted. All turns, if she would leave the battle area, you can delete another Digimon to stop her from leaving. That's once per turn. So that means you can delete one of your Digimon or one of your opponent's Digimon once per turn. But I think this one... Yeah, so that has to be a level 5 or lower. So make sure you're reading, like I said, read these effects carefully. Some of them have little stipulations here and there. And you don't want to forget about it in the middle of your turn. Opponent's turn, when another Digimon is deleted, you trash the top card of their security. So that's basically how we're going to win. We put this out there. It's a big threat. Your opponent tries to remove it. You delete their stuff instead. One of their Digimon was deleted. So now you trash one of their security. And if you Digivolved over LadyDevimon X, you can also you can also throw out one of your own Digimon. Okay. Then we're also going to match this with 3 Lilithmon X's. So she Digivolves over Lilithmon for 1 cost. And all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, if she has Lilithmon or X Antibody underneath, you can delete 1 other Digimon instead of letting it leave play. So that means that this one can actually go after any of your opponent's Digimon to stop itself from leaving play. And all turns, once per turn, when another Digimon, so anything other than Lilithmon X, is deleted, if it's your turn, you can play out a level 4 lower purple Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. And if it's your opponent's turn, you can trash their top security. Okay, so these 2 are going to be the main focus of the deck, but our primary game-winning combo is going to be these 2. We're going to be playing 1 Anubismon from EX5. When digivolving and on your main phase, you can play a Digimon from your trash with the play cost reduced by 3, and you can discard up to 3 cards in hand to further lower that play cost by the number of cards you discarded. So if you discard all 3, you lower the play cost by 6. Then all turns, or your turn, when an effect plays 1 Digimon, you delete a level 5 or lower Digimon, and if this effect didn't delete, you draw 1. So you don't have to discard if you don't want to, but if you don't delete, then you're going to be helping to fill your hand. Then, of course, we have Mervamon. So, on play, when digivolving, You can play out. So you can play out a level 4 or lower purple Digimon card or Cross Hearts Digimon. I mean, pretty much everything in the deck is purple, so that's fine. If you Digicrossed when you played her, then you can play out 2 instead. Everything with Cross Hearts or Retaliation, all turns is going to get Blocker and Rush. And then she Digicrosses for -3 with something with Cross Hearts in trait. So that's your Ignitemon. So basically what you're going to do is Digivolve into Anubismon, play out Mervamon, lower her play cost by 6 from your Anubismon, then by an additional 3 from your Digicross. So you play her for 2. Since you discarded cards, played out some Digimon, and you have... so discard cards, played out Digimon, you should gain back some memory to help keep turn. And since she's going to play something out after you grab Ignitemon, you'll gain back an additional memory. So realistically, you're Digivolving for 4, playing this for 1. So if you have a way to effectively have 5 memory, you can go from 1 stack to 4 Digimon, and 3 of them will have Blocker and Rush. And since you can also throw out Dobermon X with that, you can give stuff Retaliation. So now all this stuff, and that's basically game. Should be, if you pull off that combo, you can probably just go ahead and win. We only run 1 level 7, and that is going to be Beelzemon Blast Mode Ace. So honestly, this is your oh crap button. I didn't really need to use this very much, and I think the only time that I did was probably kind of just a win more thing. But on play, when Digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. If you have 10 or more cards in trash, you delete one of their Digimon instead. So that can be any level, as long as you have 10 or more cards in trash. And then when attacking, this is the real thing that you need. By returning up to 10 non-Digi-Egg cards to the bottom of your deck, or to the top of the deck, trash your opponent's top security cards. So if you were going to deck out, you Digivolve into him and then swing to stop yourself from decking out. Alright, so that is all of our Digimon. And now we're going to go with our option cards. And there's some weird proportions, but deck space is kind of tight. You run 3 wisdom trainings. Self-explanatory. You're going to be using this to search top 2 cards of your deck, and you're going to use its delay effect to lower your Digivolution costs. So that's going to help you get out that Anubismon and Mervamon combo. It's also going to help you get into your Lilithmon and your Lilithmon X and keep turn. In addition to that, you're going to be running 2 purple Scrambles. Once again, this is going to lower Digivolution costs, and it's going to help you not deck out. This deck draws itself out very quickly. Okay, this is one of the fastest decks to deck yourself if that's what you're trying to do. You're going to be running 2 purple memory boosts. So, once again, search top 4 of your deck for a purple Digimon card, and then delay, you're going to gain some more memory. Alright? You run 2 X-Antibody Proto forms. We are not wanting to attack that much, so that's kind of the justification for this over the regular X-Antibody. In more aggro decks, I think that X Antibody is a better choice than Protoform, but that's just me. Main, one of your Digimon without X Antibody in its Digivolution cards can place this into their Digivolution cards and then reduce Digivolve into an X Antibody trait Digimon with that Digivolution reduced by 1. And then all turns, when this Digimon would leave battle area other than by your effects from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, return one Digimon card to the hand and place one X Antibody as your top security. So this can help you to, if you're losing your big stack, you use that effect in order to stop yourself from just going all the way back to 0. All right. Our one of option cards are 1 Calling from Darkness, 1 cost to delete one of your own Digimon, then return up to 2 purple Digimon cards from your trash to your hand. Very simple way to regain some combo pieces if you lose them. You run 1 7th Fascination. So from your trash, when any of your Digimon would Digivolve into Lilithmon X Antibody, you can return this card to the bottom of your deck and activate its main effect. The main effect is until the end of your opponent's turn, give all of their Digimon. End of your turn, delete one of your Digimon. So, it's not necessarily a board wipe, but this can just slow them down immensely, especially since you can discard this card, put it back to the bottom of your deck, and just kind of use it over and over again with your other Lilithmon X's. Now, and lastly, we are only running 2 Tamers, and that is Matt Ishida from Starter Deck 16. Start of your turn. If you have 2 or fewer memory, you go to 3. So memory fixer, and all turns when one of your effects trashes a card in your hand. By suspending this Tamer, gain a memory. So once again, just more extension to continue your combos. And that's pretty much the deck. It goes through itself very quickly, especially if you don't brick. And realistically, the only thing that you kind of need is to get up to LadyDevimon. Once you've gotten from 3 to 5, usually you'll be able to cycle through your deck enough that you can grab every other combo piece that you'll need. And of course, it's kind of a headache to deal with. A lot of people don't seem to know exactly how to deal with a card that can delete their Digimon in order to save itself. Of course, that means that it's not perfect. It does get run over sometimes, and of course, floodgates are going to be a problem. But delete those, flash some pretty cardboard, and make your opponent completely mesmerized by your haunting gaze. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.